Hey folks, hi. I hope you guys are having a great day. Now today's October 25, 2025. Once again, today's October 25th, 2025. Again, guys, let me check my microphone here, fix it. There is what I'm going to be talking about today is I'm going to actually shed some light on the natural disasters, what's happening. Look what's going through the Caribbean right now. Tropical storm Melissa. Now, later on tonight, around 8 o'clock, it will be a Category 1 hurricane. Now, the reason why I'm putting some emphasis on these things here, guys, is because what's coming. What's happening right now, folks are wondering why these things getting worse. If anyone don't notice that, you're sleeping at the wheel. If you don't notice that natural disasters are getting worse, let's just say worse. Summer, the heat during the summer times are getting worse because of the weakening of the electromagnetic field, because of the incoming binary system. If you don't notice that, you're sleeping at the wheel. Winter, the condition during the winter time, winter storms are going to get worse. It's not going to change. It's actually going to escalate because we're going through a potion. Tornadoes are going to get worse. These are all natural disasters. Volcanoes are going to get worse. Earthquakes are going to get worse. Tsunami are going to get more frequent. Guys getting the picture, right? Now, this hurricane Melissa that's tearing through the Caribbean, guys. Uh, Basically by Tuesday, Monday evening, which is Monday night to Tuesday evening, is basically going to be south of Jamaica. It's going to turn into a Category 4. Yes, it's going to create some damage. I foresee that. The southern part of the island, Jamaica, is going to get ripped apart because the rain is actually of a hurricane is on the eastern part of the hurricane, not on the west, but the eastern part of the hurricane. That's basically what's going to be faced in Jamaica. And the people are going to see what a Category 4 hurricane is basically all about. It's going to go through Cuba, the middle of Cuba, go all the way up. There is a 50-50 chance that it actually affect the coast of the North American continent on the eastern part of it, basically up New York, Massachusetts, North and South Carolina are going to get rain from this uh, natural disaster, this hurricane. There's a 50-50 chance that it's going to be extremely bad or it's just going to be showers of rain. But regardless, rain is coming for that side of the that side of the continent. But I'm hoping that it doesn't get close to land. It stays in the water, dies in the line, and just vanish. All right. But guys, people need to start taking note, start paying attention, and start realizing that this is our future. All right. It wasn't that bad this year, the hurricane season, but we had some pretty big hurricane. We had one where two of them merge into each other, which I've never seen before. Basically, I've only seen it in a movie. I think the movie's called The Day After Tomorrow. So basically, what they illustrate in the movie is basically happening now in real life, and people need to wake up to this and start to realize that things things are not getting better. And again, guys, I'm doing this video not on the basis of trying to spread fear in any way, not at all. The whole purpose of the video, guys, is letting people know that you know, the, we can't be living the same way that we're used to live our normal the way we live our normal life. We can't do that anymore. Yes, you can go about your regular chores, your day-to-day chores, do your day-to-day activity, but people have to start waking up and start realizing that what we considered normal It's no longer normal because, especially when you live in zones, areas in the world where you get frequent earthquake, uh, obviously places like Japan, Philippines. Look at what happened to Philippines at the beginning of the year. They had like, I think at least they lost over a couple thousand people. I would say I don't know the exact number, but I know a lot of people died. Maybe 4 weeks ago in the Philippines, 3 weeks ago, sorry, 3.5 weeks ago. It was at the beginning of October, and then after that, into October, another quake hit, killing more people. So, if you're in this part of the world and you always watch my video. I just always want to make you guys aware, put it out there that especially if you're beside the coastline, guys, you guys gotta be aware. You guys have to have the necessities available when it comes to like a medical kit. I always advise people have a bug out bag. Bug out bag is something that could be very, very essential, especially when it comes to like the grid activity, the grid going down and so forth. Um, because there's gonna come a time when the grid is gonna go down, folks. I'm sorry, they're gonna shut it off, and that time is close. It's near. It's not far, because the pole shift, we're in the middle of it. All right, the infrastructure can't withstand. The infrastructure of the grid is not going to be able to withstand these natural disasters. So it's just going to come a point where whoever's in charge have to shut it down. What I'm trying to say is we're going back to the Stone Age. And I'm trying to say it as nice as possible without people assume that this message is on fear based. It's not, because everything that we're going through right now, it's a cyclical event. We've been through this. Humans have survived it because we've been on this planet for a long time, guys. You know, I don't know if you guys do research as much as me. I spend anywhere between 4 to 5 hours reading something, either a book, some article, something where I'm actually learning something new. The word is new, learning something new, because I consider myself a student of life, where life is constantly teaching me something. And once I get this information, um, I share with people as much as possible. I do have a slight little gift where I can foresee a lot of things. I've been doing it for years. I've centered a lot of my content around making these predictions, and I think I'm doing very well because I've gained a lot of traffic from it. Um, so it's I try to continue that message, and let people know that it's it's the time that we're in. It's I would call it an apocalyptic time, where not every human get to see this time in the cycle, because every cycle every time every humans that is alive on this planet, that ever lived on this planet, go through this cyclical cycle. Not everyone get to be at the end of it. At the end of it is where you're going to see a lot of destructions, because what it is, guys, for something new to start, the old has to be destroyed. Does that make sense? We're going into a new cycle. We are. For the next 200 years, this is what we are going to encounter. These huge natural disasters are going to get ridiculous, and it's going to cause drought. It also going to cause famine. And going back to 2 days ago article I read, what's happening over there in the West Coast, guys. They're actually gauging the amount of water they allow people to use, especially when it comes to the farmers, because of the drought that's basically been going on. And this is something that's been happening for basically for many, many years now. And they call it climate change. I wouldn't call it climate change. I wouldn't call it that. I would call it cyclical event, because the planet's going to do what the planet is going to do. It's not like anything is really changing. The planet is just adjusting to what's happening um, to its magnetic field, what's happening to its pole. And that second gravitational pull is actually getting from the binary sun that's getting close to our solar system because we don't live in a single sun solar system. Regardless how much they tell you this in school or wherever you want to learn it, we're not in a single sun solar system, guys. So this is basically the natural behavior of the planet this time of the year when it encounters these things, when it encounters the weakening of the magnetic field that's caused by the electromagnetic disturbance from the gravitational pull from the binary sun. This is how the planet behaves. The planet's alive, folks. The planet ain't going anywhere. And it's been here a long, long, long time. They found a skull, guys, a human skull, all the way over there in China. Go way back to ancient China. And this human skull, and they're saying that this person, anywhere between 16 to 17 feet tall, tells me there was a point in time where humans were basically giants living on this planet. And the skull of that person goes back a million years. A million years. The DNA of this person, this uh, Homo sapien, is very close to the Neanderthal. So basically, it's the Neanderthal are descendant from these Homo sapiens. Because the Neanderthals start roaming Earth, I would say 500,000 years ago. The reason why the Neanderthal got extinct off this planet really is because of the Ice Age. Whether you want to believe it or not, go do your research. Um, when modern humans were made 100,000 years ago, they were actually made during the time of the Ice Age, and they modern humans, which is basically us, the Homo sapien had more hair on them. They were Homo sapiens, just like us, but had the features were different because they were living together in the Ice Age. We survived, and we're just a mixture of modern humans and Homo sapiens because during that 20 years that they were living together while the Ice Age was going on for that 100,000 years, modern humans and Homo sapiens, even though we're both modern humans, sorry, and Neanderthals, even though we're both Homo sapiens, they were interbreeding with each other because they have to survive. The reason why we survive is because realistically, our brain is bigger. We just have less here than the Neanderthal and a bigger brain. Everything else that we have, they have. We just had a bigger brain, meaning that we were more intelligent, obviously. We build better weapons, obviously, to protect ourselves because the Neanderthal, they weren't that smart. During the time of the Ice Age, they had saber-toothed tiger, huge tiger, and they didn't have the proper weapons to defend themselves. So there were huge predators that animal predators were actually eating them basically like food. We, on the other hand, which is modern humans, with the Homo sapien with the bigger brain, we were smart enough to engineer the weapons we need to engineer to protect ourselves so we don't become victims to these creatures. So that's why we end up surviving. And every single cycle, which is that 3,654 year cycle, at the end of it, moving to the other cycle, the new cycle, it always starts a new civilization. I said it in one of my episodes that the new civilization is going to start 2265. I meant that in the next 200 and I would say 40 years. In the next 240 years, we're going to have a new civilization on this planet. A new, basically, so we're still humans, but it's not, we're from the Sumerian civilization. The Sumerian civilization is going to come to an end, which is us. And that's where we are from. We are from that civilization. They had the Sumerian civilization. The Sumerian civilization came out, the Mayans, the Aztecs, and the Atlanteans. the Mayans and the Aztecs. The Aztecs and the Mayans came from the Atlanteans. Guys, I'm going back thousands of years now. The Atlanteans, they came straight out of the Atlanteans because the first civilization to come out of the Ice Age, modern humans, were the Atlanteans. And they were located over there, North Africa towards Spain. All that area that's covered with water is basically used to be the base of the Atlanteans, guys. And these civilizations, they were taken out by natural disasters. Basically, what I'm talking about right now. Earthquakes took them out. Tornadoes took them out. Tsunami took them out. Uh, Hurricanes took them out. All these natural disasters. What happened? All these natural disasters escalate on a level that they never seen before. That those humans at that time, they've never seen that before. They didn't know how to handle it, obviously, because they weren't prepared. So what I'm basically saying is that take these natural disasters seriously, learn self-sufficiency, learn as much as you can about them, the stuff that you're going to need for you and your family, how to deal with these natural disasters, especially if you live in areas that get a lot of tornado, live in areas that are known for earthquakes. If you're on the coastline, which is known for tsunami, you gotta start being aware of your environment. Because as we move forward into the end of the cyclical cycle, our cyclical cycle, these natural disasters are going to ramp up and they're going to create a lot of damage. And it's something that we're not used to seeing. Us modern humans are not used to seeing. But it doesn't mean it hasn't happened before. It has, thousands of years ago. And it's on a cyclical track with Earth. This is something Earth goes through every 3,654 years. And there's nothing we can do to stop it. We just have to learn to ride the waves. It is that simple. And again, I just want to thank you. Just making a quick episode here to let you guys know. Stay prepared, stay self-sufficient, and I'm just giving out this information to make you aware. It has nothing to do with fear, folks. Love each and every one of you. The main reason I do these videos is because I care about humanity. I want humans to survive, basically. All right, thank you, and ciao.